Superior coverage, simply superior.
Good morning and welcome to the news on New Day. We're coming to you live from the John Hammond Street at Kanda here in Accra. My name is Judith Awachi Tando. In the headlines this morning. Tension in Bawku municipality after two communities were attacked, leading to fierce gang battles. Minister for Foreign Affairs Shirley Ayokobochi condemns Goro Boys' operation at passport offices and sacks some public workers on secondment at the passport office who have overstayed their time. Also this morning, Greater Accra Regional Minister Henry Korte chastises metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives in the capital over poor performance and indiscipline. Call for national dialogue on free senior high program. Now on the international front, the death toll in Hawaii wildfire and the U.S. deadliest natural disaster reached 96 on Sunday. Details of these stories and many more coming up shortly. Please do stay with us. And our first story, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Shirley Ayokobochi has vowed to restore sanity in the passport acquisition process in Ghana after she stormed passport centers this week over concerns of illegal activities. Acquiring a passport has become a complicated process for many Ghanaians with long delays and many middlemen. Despite an overhaul of the system, the minister says that is not just acceptable.
Particular visit has become necessary because of some reports that I have. Reports that officers, and there are 9 or so agencies represented in any passport application center, that these people represented from the various agencies, and I will not say that my own officers are not part of it, but these people are involved in illegal activities. And when I say illegal activities, we all know. Just 2 days ago, the report in the Daily Guide that the issue of Goro people involved in our passport are 100 Ghana for standard service to acquire a passport and 3,000. And yeah, they don't even charge 2,000 now. They are charging 3,000, and it's wrong. The passport office, they need some. Why should this be so? And sometimes they don't even carry out the so-called service that they promised them for charging them so much. The stories are horrific stories. People's experiences are not the best.
DC candidate for the Ayawaso West Wuogon parliamentary seat in the 2024 general elections, John Dumelo, is adamant he will wrestle the seat from the ruling MPP in his first public comments after the party named him candidate. Now, the actor claims that his team will close the loopholes that he alleges the MPP exploited to beat him narrowly in the last elections. He spoke on Ghana Tonight.
I think I won. We won. We won the 2020 elections.
You won?
Yes, we won.
But you are not the MP.
I know, but what I'm saying is that we won the 2020 elections. We've had the best results so far in the history of Ayawaso West Wuogon.
Are you talking about this? That's you.
Yes.
That's 37,478.
Which is the highest NDC has gotten so far.
48.3%.
Yes.
close call.
It was very close call. And I think, you know, sometimes when you're about to be successful, you know, you take the first step and then you have a second. I think we've diagnosed it. I think a few months after we lost the elections, we sat down to, you know, analyze the results and see where our shortcomings and our shortfalls was. And we know why we got those results, and we know how we are going to win in 2024. I think certain things went on, which I can't disclose, but we've realized those things and we are working on those things to make sure that in 2024 we win the elections. I mean, if you look at the whole Ayawaso West population, we know what the NPP did. I mean, sitting back to analyze everything, we know what they did.
What did the NPP do?
And no, this time around they can't do that anymore.
What did the NPP do?
I mean, that one, I'll share that later. But
no, they've won. They've won the elections.
Yes, but they will not win again. It's as simple as that.
NPP will not win Ayawaso
in 2024? No. I mean, look, my hard-working constituency executives, my hard-working branch executives will not allow that to happen because they are in charge of the campaign. And those who voted for me, the 37,000 people, this time we are going to increase it, you know, to more than 45,000. Because I've spoken to them and they've told me point blank. Some people regretted voting for the NPP in Ayawaso West Wogon. I mean, just like the general feeling across. Some people regretted voting for the NPP. They realized that, you know what, they made a mistake.
Let's switch now to a build-up to the new Patriotic Party's upcoming Superdelegates Conference, where concerns remain rife that it could cause significant splits in the party if not handled properly. The NPP will select 5 candidates from 10 to contest the flag-bearer race on 26th August. And in the first of our build-up stories, as part of our coverage, Head of Department at the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana, Professor Ali Duseidu, tells TV3 there's a need for a free, fair and transparent process to avoid apathy and a breakaway from the party. The race to take over from President Akufo-Addo in the 2024 general elections is getting more and more heated as 10 aspirants, including some of the party's leading figures, jostle for the prize role of party flag-bearer. Factors that will influence the decision on who becomes flag-bearer of the ruling New Patriotic Party might be varying, but some hopefuls have time and again expressed their strong belief in long-standing service being their ticket to the coveted position.
You need to vote for me because I am old and experienced in the party. I have your interest at heart. I appeal more to the swing regions.
Others disagree, of course.
When I sacrificed to stay in the dock at the Supreme Court, when they were finding excuses to defend the party at the court, no one said it is my time.
But while these factors will be determined at the NPP Superdelegates Conference, slated for August 26, political scientist Professor Ali Duseidu says the decision will be based on a fine balance between competence, trust, and long-standing service.
Experience and hard work is built on commitment and loyalty. So NPP as a party will require a candidate who is both loyal, committed, and has been with the party for all these years. But at the same time, someone who is more competent, more experienced, who is versatile and very hardworking.
The 2024 general elections is in fact a critical one, especially for the NPP, and while careful selection of a flag bearer is needed, there are concerns that the Superdelegates Conference can lead to a split in the party if not properly handled.
There have been this issue of establishment candidate. There have been this issue of one candidate being favored by government. If this is not properly addressed, it could create a whole lot of betrayal, mistrust, and apathy.
Whatever the parameters may be, one thing is certain, that out of 10 candidates, 5 will be shortlisted. Judith Awachitando, TV3 News. Now, away from that, the Greater Accra Regional Minister Henry Quartey has taken a swipe at the various metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives in the capital over what he terms as poor performance in helping to curb indiscipline. At a meeting in Accra, the minister judged all the MMDCEs to have performed abysmally in maintaining sanity in the region.
Been hardworking. Yes. With Abubu, you are still on the motorway. Can we say it's hardworking? Is it hardworking? Chocho is still loading around Accra Mall. Is hardworking? Kole Klote, rubbish around Graphic Road. Hardworking? Amy, Kimbu, Tudu, everywhere, rubbish. Hardworking? I want us to mark ourselves. Honorable Abana, Agbogbolshi has been turned into a refuse dump. Is it hardworking? Are you aware? The place we cleared, but people are still dumping refuse there. They have stopped. Since when? Do you know the dates we did this exercise at Agbogbolshi? 2 years. And it took you last month to stop them from dumping refuse. I'm not too excited about coming to read hard work. Yeah. Lejokuku, Ladadekutupon, Ashaman, Tema West. We talked about Abubuya on the motorway. They are still plying the motorway. Ayasu West Wogon, Accra Mall, it's like that. In fact, Ladadekutupo, just in front of ex-President John Mahama's house, somebody has started selling onions and tomatoes. Unbelievable. We are fighting over who collects revenue at Palace Mall. And as the contractor continues to work, the median has become a place for organizer, chocho, mechanics. Every day I talk about it. MCE is not feeling well every day. So how do I read this speech?
Now, there's tension in the Bawku municipality after two communities were attacked, leading to a fierce gun battle and intermittent gunfire, causing panic among market women and school children.
On Saturday, August 12, unidentified gunmen attacked parts of the Bawku township, resulting in one loss of life and 3 persons critically injured. The incident has sparked sporadic shooting within the municipality. Residents have expressed disappointment with the local administration's handling, fearing the constant gunfire and ongoing fatalities. Unidentified gunmen at about 1 a.m. on August 14 targeted Baduri and Azanga communities, causing significant damage. The raids triggered a large-scale gunfight in the township, causing panic among market women and school children. The military responded to the intense gunfire, which lasted 30 minutes, restoring peace in affected areas. Bawku has experienced chieftaincy conflict for many years, which has led to the death of many people and the destruction of property.
Now, still in Bawku, there are concerns from security experts that the country is failing unduly in dealing with the long-standing conflict in Bawku. Tensions were rife for the weekend when 2 communities were attacked, resulting in the death of 1 person. Security expert Dr. Victor Doke says strategies being used in trying to resolve the long-running Bawku conflict have failed. He claims the latest gunfire engagement in the area is further evidence of that.
The incident that happened is very unfortunate. My checks reveal that the incident happened in the Mampusi area, and it's still under investigation though. Now the cause is not yet known, whether it's a retaliatory attack or whatever purpose it is not yet known. But however, this tells us that we are not handling the Bawku situation very well. The militarization of the situation itself, the crisis, the chieftaincy issue is not the way to go. Now you have military engaging the youth. What about the Bawku Inter-Ethnic Peace Committee? That is a mandated mouthpiece of the community that should handle this kind of bilateral consultations between the military and the youth, not the military themselves. The military is not trained, right, when it comes to conflict resolution, i.e. chieftaincy issues, specifically the Bawku crisis, which is protracted and has dynamics that changed via the February 15 incident in Narelegu. You need mandated bodies like the National Peace Council, the National House of Chiefs, and the Regional House of Chiefs coming together. You need civil society organizations. This is where we are missing it. Okay, the ad hoc approaches by state agencies, by the central government isn't working. They need to form this coalition, okay? The CSOs have to come together. And then we have a consensus. Get the BIPC, the Bawku Interethnic Peace Committee, resource them. They lack the capacity. They lack the funding to even travel to areas where these cacophonous shootings are happening to engage the youth. Use the media in the area to sensitize against small arms and light weapons proliferation. And then we can say we are getting somewhere. We need sustained engagement with all stakeholders involved. That is what we are missing out.
Let's head to Niger now. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has condemned attempts to bring high treason charges against the deposed president of Niger, President Mohamed Bazoum. This, in the opinion of ECOWAS, is provocative and goes against the junta's alleged desire for a peaceful resolution of the standoff. The international world and ECOWAS both recognize Bazoum as the legitimately elected president of Niger, and they have reaffirmed their call for his quick release and reinstatement. While ECOWAS has insisted it will use diplomacy to achieve this, it has not ruled out the use of force. Ivory Coast is one of the countries committed to that and has promised up to 1,000 troops to the force. Now, the Ivorian ambassador to Ghana, Asielu Felix Tanon, says committing the troops is the right thing to do. Now, away from that, the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CTAG, is to meet the National Labour Commission on Wednesday, August 16, following government's failure to comply with the directives on negotiated conditions of service. CTAG members, comprising teachers of all 46 public colleges of education, have been on strike since August 1.
The Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CTAG, began the strike since August 1 over government's failure to implement the conditions of services agreed on by the National Labour Commission. Students of the various colleges were worried they will not be able to finish their syllables before examinations. August 14, the strike is still on, and some of the colleges have begun examinations without the tutors invigilating. President of the Principals of the Colleges of Education, Professor Dr. Samuel Atintonu, says the development is worrying.
Usually examinations, we use the tutors to invigilate, but because they're on strike, the principal have had to find some other alternative arrangement by getting non-teaching staff and other colleagues to supervise the examination. So this morning, some have started. So far, so good.
He is convinced the tutors may suspend the strike even before the exams end.
We are still appealing to them and engaging them. And if you are aware, they are going to have a meeting this week with NLC. And we are very positive. We keep talking to them and appealing to them to suspend the strike and then assist in this while we continue to talk with government to pay their conditions of services or the allowances that they are on strike for.
Now let's do international news. Now, crews may find 10 to 20 wildfire victims a day. That is according to the governor. The recovery crews combing through homes and vehicles burned to a cinder in Hawaii are likely to find 10 to 20 more victims per day, and that is what the governor is warning. The death toll grew to 96 on Sunday, making this the deadliest U.S. natural disaster in more than a century. Governor Josh Green said it could take up to 10 days to learn the full death toll. Nearly the entire town of Lahaina was destroyed in the fire. And that's all for the 6 a.m. news here on TV3. My name is Judith Awache Tando. But of course, Roland Walker is here with me in the studio with the rest of New Day. Good morning, Roland.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. And you?
Well. Right. What do you make of the 10% slapped or going to be slapped on the winnings of bets of Ghanaians who love betting?
I don't bet, but I've been on this story for quite a while.
The question is not being posed to you because you bet.
Yes, I understand.
I apologize.
Oh, no problem with that. But I'm saying that I've been on this bit for quite a while. It's been months since I started speaking to some people who, are into this industry properly. I spoke to someone like, Kay, he's a very popular bettor. And most of them are really agitated because, look at the e-levy. This was the same thing that was said, that they're going to put a tax on it, we're going to get some good amount of money to help the economy. What has become of it? Yeah. We cannot see. And we've gone for an IMF bailout. We're still not seeing anything. And now there's 10%. And you see, these people are putting their monies in. They are risking their own monies.
Okay.
You understand? And they are likely to even lose. A lot of people are actually losing nowadays. And so why are you taxing people who are risking their monies? It's not as if you gave them the money to bet and you're saying that, oh, give me 50% after. But then you are taxing them on the monies they are risking. And honestly, if you go on the street, if you speak to a lot of these men, you realize that most of them are actually surviving on these little monies they make on bet. Not that, I do not hail betting addiction though, but quite a number of people, because of the economic situation, are living on the little monies they make on betting. Right. And so this is quite a hard hit for them.
Is it possible that there could also be complaints you've picked up, which are indicating that because they tend to transfer their monies through some electronic platforms or electronic platforms into their mobile money wallets, for which becomes the principal means by which you do the transaction, they are being either double taxed or triple taxed?
Oh,
there's a possibility like that.
Yes, there's actually a possibility because we already know that the e-levy is still going on. And so you're going to tax 10% on your bet, and then it passes through Momo, and then that is also taxed. Well, let's see how this goes.
Very interesting.
But a lot of people are angry. You can see it on Twitter everywhere. Everyone is commenting. You saw the explainer I did on this particular story. And I've done this for a while now. I've done stories on it before the explainer. So, people are really angry. Yeah. That story was all over the place.
Yeah. I love the word angry. Instead of saying agitated, angry is fine.
Oh, they're angry. Yeah, I think agitated is an understatement. They are really angry.
Wow. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Already, Ras Kotoka is asking money to allow him to sleep. So we'll see how that goes.